Hi folks, in this video we're going to talk about step 2 of our van build process, which was window selection and installation. Now this video is not intended to be a step-by-step how to install video. There are plenty of those out there on YouTube, and I'll link to a couple of them in the description below for your convenience. In this video we're going to talk about why we chose the windows that we chose, where we got them from, how much they cost, what we like about them, what we don't like about them, and a few of the issues that we encountered when installing them. Now, we like a lot of natural light and we like a lot of airflow. We like to kind of blur the distinction between the outdoors and the indoors. And so we keep our windows open most of the time, and we do have a lot of natural light and airflow in our van. It's really nice. Now, a lot of people don't put windows in their van or just put one or two small ones in their van because the argument is we want to be stealth, right? Well, my argument against that is that you see a lot of these stealth vans out there. They've got bikes on the back, they've got their paddle boards on top, they've got solar panels, they've got the max air fan, they've got the whole 9 yards going. People know that it is a camper van. People know that you're in it. Not only that, but the windows that we have can go totally stealth. We have blackout shades for them. I'll show you those. And I would argue that we're as stealth as anybody out there at night when we have our van closed up. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's talk about our windows. Let's start with the back, because these are the ones that we installed first. And we chose motion windows for our rear windows.
Why did we choose motion windows?
Why did we choose motion windows for the rear windows?
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you why we chose motion windows and what I like about them and what I don't like about them. So first of all, we chose the motion windows because they are made for the specific van that you drive. So these windows were specifically made for the Ram Promaster rear doors, which means they're curved and they fit the curvature of the Promaster door. Also, they're designed to fit in this existing insert in the rear door. And what I really like about them is, unlike the factory windows that you can install on your Promaster, these windows open and they have an integrated screen as well. And because we have them on both sides and they're at the same level as our bed at night, it's really nice because we can get some nice airflow right on the side of the bed. They're also tinted, which cuts down on some of the glare, cuts down on some of the heat. However, it doesn't cut down on all of the heat, and we're in the desert of Arizona right now, and this glass is hot. So that's something that I don't like about the windows, is that they're single pane, they're not insulated. This metal gets cold, it can sweat in the wintertime when it's warm inside and cold outside. The glass gets cold. But we are able to mitigate some of that problem by using these wonderful blackout shades that Nita made with reflectives on one side and this beautiful fabric that you use to upholster everything in the van on the other side. And we put Velcro on them and they fit right on top just like that. And when that is in place at night, you can't see a bit of light coming out of this van, and that helps us to be stealth. It also makes it nice and warm or nice and cool depending on what you need. Also, she put this little flip up thing here so that we can keep the window open at night or in the daytime with this blind in place. So I really like that. They're also pretty easy to install, and we'll talk about that in a moment.
What about collecting dust?
About collecting dust, that's a very good point, because that is actually another thing that we don't like about the windows is, I don't know that there's a solution to it, but there's a lot of little moving parts on this thing. And as you can see, it's just really hard to keep them clean because they are dust collectors. We purchased these motion windows from Peninsula Glass Company, and I'll put a link in the description below for those. There are a lot of models to choose from, and they're all specific to your vehicle. And I'll also put a link to the product page in the description below as well. We bought 2 backdoor T-slider, and you can purchase them for the driver's side, for the passenger side, or both. Obviously, we bought both. And our total with shipping in 2020 was $746. Now, these windows were pretty easy to install, and I'll link to the brand's installation guide and installation video in the description below. So I started by drawing the cutout from the included template on the inside of the door for proper positioning. Then I put blue tape on the outside and transferred the corner radius and outline to the outside by drilling small reference holes through the doors. I then used a jigsaw with a fine metal blade to cut the holes, and cutting through this steel of the Promaster with the jigsaw was like cutting butter. It was super easy. Then I simply followed the installation guide, which, as I said, is really pretty easy. And I'm sorry I don't have more details on that, but I'm sure you'll be able to do it just fine. Now let's talk about the side windows. Now for the side, we chose awning windows rather than sliders like we did for the back. And we knew we wanted awning windows because we had these same windows in our Tab travel trailer for 13 years. We absolutely loved them. So what do we love about them? Well, as you can see, unlike the sliders where you only have a quarter of the window opening, these open almost completely. So you get a ton of airflow. They're also double insulated polycarbonate with an airspace between them. So they never get cold, they never get hot, and they're also super quiet. We boondock a lot at places like Cracker Barrels or every once in a while Walmart or something. And with these windows closed and the integrated screens and blinds, which I'll show you in a minute, shut, you can't hear a thing outside. It's not noisy at all. So we absolutely love these windows. Now the integrated screens and blinds that I talked about, that's another thing that we love and you'll love about these windows too. So the screen comes down from the top. This is the way we install them. You can install them any way you'd like, but we like that because then you can walk around with no clothes on if you have to, whatever, nobody can see you. Offers some privacy and airflow at the same time. Love those screens. And the other thing that we like about them too is I showed you how they open really far, but there's actually 3 stops to them. So you can, 4 really, you can put them right there and just have some airflow. You can open 1 stop, 2 stops, or 3 stops. Now that's what we really love about these windows. The only thing that I really don't like about the windows is that they scratch pretty easily, more easily than glass. And that can be an issue when you're driving around, particularly the Southwest and some of these tight dirt roads around here and going past all kinds of things like Mesquite and Palo Verde, etc., etc. But you know what? They've held up really well. As I said, we had these in our Tab trailer for 13 years. We've had these installed for 3 years, and they've been flawless. We really love these windows. We found these windows online at TernOverland.com, and the brand is Arctic Tern, and I'll link to them in the description below as well. Now what we bought and what they cost in 2020 was 3 450 by 900 millimeter windows and 1 300 by 700 millimeter window for the side door. Each of those came with a frame that was designed for a 44 to 54 millimeter wall thickness. And the 3 larger windows were $489 each. The one smaller was $397, and the shipping was what I thought was a whopping $251. So on these 4 windows, we spent $2,115. And looking at their website now, wow, these are a lot more expensive today. Now the installation of these Arctic Tern windows is a good bit more involved than the installation of the motion windows. And a couple issues that you may run into is this. First of all, these windows are not designed to be mounted to thin sheet metal walls as you have in your van here. They're designed to be mounted to thicker walls like you might have in an RV trailer or something like that. So they come with a kind of a standoff frame here, and you have to specify which frame that you want to install on your van. What it requires you to do is to build an interior frame to mount these to, and I'll show you the detail on that in a minute. But another issue that I've read a lot about online is the fact that unlike the motion windows, these windows are not curved. They don't have a curvature to them at all. They're completely flat. And of course, the side of the van has a little bit of a curvature to them. So people go through elaborate means of making their interior frames curved and everything to match the side of the van so that there's no deflection. However, I feel that that's a non-issue, because if you look down the side of the van, I don't know if you can see it in this video, but you won't see any deflection in that wall at all. If you follow the installation instructions that come with the windows, you won't have any problems with deflection by just clamping these flat down against the side wall of the van. I'm going to give you a quick overview of how I installed these, but I'm also adding a link to very comprehensive documentation on fitment requirements, considerations, installation guides, and a really excellent install video, and I'll link to all of that in the description below. And I highly suggest you read and you understand all of it before you order these. Now, the first step was to create a cutout template by tracing the frame flange onto a piece of cardboard. And make sure you watch that install video that I linked to ensure that you're tracing the right part of the frame. What they don't tell you in the video is that the tolerance for error in the cut is very tiny. It's like 3/16 of an inch. So you have to be really accurate and really careful about getting an absolutely accurate cut when you're cutting the hole out for the window. And before tracing the template on the inside wall, I cut out the vertical supports with a grinder. These aren't frame support members, so don't worry about it. You can just get rid of those. I then traced the template on the inside of the wall, and I cut slots for the jigsaw blade to slide into with an angle grinder as well. Now, one of the issues I had using a grinder, though, was they're not quite as precise as just drilling a hole with a drill bit. And when I was drilling the slots for the grinder for this window, I had a kickback, and the grinder popped out, popped right through the side of the van. And you can see that little blue tape there that's covering up that slot. I did that temporarily, and you know what? That blue tape's been on there 3 years now, so someday I'll repair that. But if you're using a grinder, be careful because they can kick back on you. Next, I transferred the template outline using the grinder slots and cut the holes with the jigsaw. Now remember, I mentioned that you have to build a frame to mount these windows to. You can't mount them directly to the sheet metal as you can with the motion windows. So the next thing I did was build the mounting frame. I purchased the windows made for the 44 to 54 millimeter wall thickness, which is 1.7 to 2.12 inches. So I split the difference and I made the framing material 1 7/8 inches square. Screwed the four corners together, used VHB tape, very high bond tape, really just to hold it in place, since when you tighten the frames down, the entire thing will be sandwiched together. And I used blue tape to hold it in place until I could get the windows and the interior frames installed, which was really the easiest part. And I'm sorry I don't have any photos of that, but again, the install video that I'm linking to below is excellent. And so just watch that and you'll do a bang up job. Really easy once you understand it. Now, one mistake that I did make, and I would caution against, is I would not put one of these windows on the passenger side rear as I have done here. Really great. I installed the windows. I opened them all up and I said, isn't that awesome? And then I went to open my side door, bang, and I banged right into the window and I knocked it off of its hinge. So I realized that I couldn't open my side door with this window open. I did come up with a solution to being able to open that at night and not accidentally opening the door. And that is that I just drilled a little hole in this track here, stuck a pin in there so that now when you try to open the door at night, you forget the window's open. That pin stops it and it protects the window. In retrospect, I think I put a motion slider in here. So it looks nice, but we almost never open it because of that issue. So that's it for our window selection and installation video. Our next video is going to cover insulation and floor rough-in. Now, if you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to leave them in the description below. I answer all of them. And if you like these videos and want to see more, I encourage you, I ask you, I plead with you to please subscribe to the channel. We'll see you on the road.
See you on the road.